Hello everyone and welcome back to Poppy Seed Mini. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful store display for your dolls. And these display backdrops should be great for any style store you're trying to make. But of course, since it's Christmas, I decided to turn mine into a beautiful Christmas craft store because they're my favorite store. Well, that and toy stores, of course. All right, let's get crafting. To get the printable for this project, you can go to my blog at poppyseedmini.blogspot.com. And of course, the link will be in the description box below. So I decided to make my store displays a little bit like my Barbie kitchen, where it can be its own free-floating piece so that I can change and arrange it as I use it in different ways. To make the back wall display, first I cut out a 6 by 15 inch piece out of foam core board. Glue a 1-inch strip across the bottom. Glue a 1 by 3/4 inch piece to either side. And then you'll glue another 1-inch strip across the front. Glue a 2.5 by 6 inch piece across the platform. Then I glue a strip of black paper around the base. I'm using scrapbook paper, so it's only black on one side. I also like to make sure it's folded down before I glue it. And trim off any extra. Next, I cut out my printable so it's exactly 6 inches by 10 inches. And I glue it all down using a glue stick. So the printable only goes up 10 inches, so you'll have a 4-inch space for displays or signs. Then I cut 2-inch by 6-inch pieces out of foam core board to glue on for shelving. And the width between your shelving is going to be up to you. I'm kind of doing it different on each display that I'm making, so depending on the items I want to put on, I can change it up. If you'd like your shelving to have a clear plastic lip to help hold your items on the shelf, cut a strip 3/4 of an inch thick and then bend it around your shelf. Trim off anything extra. And I like to glue it in place along the side and back. So then there's no glue marks along the front. Like so. Adding the clear plastic also helps to strengthen your shelves. If you'd like to make a larger back wall display, cut your wall 15 by 12 instead, and all your shelves should be 12 inches long as well. Again, I'm going to glue down a couple 2-inch shelves across my display wall. And the nice thing about the printable with the dots all the way across is I can definitely see how to make it even all the way. I did cut some extra triangles out of foam core board And I'm going to add those in as supports for my shelving, since these shelves are so long. So I'm just adding my supports along the sides and the center of my shelving here. Just in case we're putting heavy items on top of this, it'll hold it so much better, and our foam core board won't warp that way. And there we go. We've got a couple shelves added to our large display wall. Now I made a second big one, and I'm not going to add any shelves to it because I want one display wall that I can put things like Christmas trees and stuff that are tall along. Next, I'll show you how to make the little center displays. First, I start with making the platform. I take two 7 by 1 inch pieces and two 3.5 inch by 1 inch pieces and make a box with those. Then I glue on a 4 by 8 inch piece on top of my box. And again, I'm going to glue on my 1 inch strip of black paper around the base. I'm using 12-inch scrapbook paper, so it takes 2 strips to go all the way around. Just like that. Next, you'll need to cut 1 5 by 10 inch piece and 2 4 by 10 inch pieces. Glue on the printable pegboard. The 4-inch pieces I only glue to one side, and the 5-inch piece I glue it on both sides. On the 5-inch piece, I glue on a few more shelves. I cut these shelves 2 inches by 5 inches. And I'm just gluing them on wherever I kind of feel like I like the height. And I'm trying to consider the different things that I might have sitting on the shelves. Next, I take my platform and I draw a line at the 1.5 inch mark. Then I glue on one of the 4-inch walls. Then I take my 5-inch piece with the shelves, and for this part, I'm going to use my Beacon 3-in-1 craft glue because I don't want it to dry quite as quick as hot glue will. Try to get any strings before you put it on. And then you are lining up the shelves with the side. Oh, you know what? Don't forget to put glue along the bottom as well. Good thing this stuff doesn't dry fast. So what you're going to do is line up the shelves so that your wall is in the center of the board. So you're creating the shelving side, and I have a blank side over here that we can do other things with. Add glue to the other sides of your shelving and along the bottom of the other 4-inch wall and glue that in place. Now I've designed mine where I have a 1-inch side and a 1.5 inch side. So the next thing I do is cut a couple shelves to put on each side. And I'm back to using hot glue to glue on my shelves. And here's how it looks when it's all finished. Now, because we've used this pegboard print, let's make some pegs so we can hang some things. To make the display hooks, I created a little diagram on our printable. And what you'll need is now this is a large paper clip. And what you're going to do is take your pliers and you're going to shape your wire until it resembles the diagram. And I just continue to shape it until I've got the shape on my diagram. And then I take my wire clippers and I cut off the extra wire. Make sure to either wear eye protection or close your eyes when clipping that stuff because it's amazing how far it can fly. And then you can go on your display and poke it into any of the holes. And now, if your items have a little hole in them, you can use your little hooks to display the items in your store. This is, of course, part 1 of my holiday craft store. In our next video, I'll show you how to make some mini items for your store. And I would love to hear what kind of miniature store you would like to make. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have fun crafting!